Top secret open.
What he did was cut the flange off.
Hot?
Talking to the camera.
Oh. I think it's dusty.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so that's the flange that came off of the Indy.
Wastegate.
Yep. I guess it's the end of the turbo manifold with both flanges, the one for the turbo and the one for the wastegate.
Yeah.
Just trying to clean up the edges of it.
Just trying to get more or less most of it off, as much of it as I can. And I just knocked off some of the ceramic that's in there. So
I can already tell by that look on your face you're not happy with that.
no, I am.
You are? Alright.
I'm laughing at how like almost well it turns out.
It's pretty close to what we were thinking about.
Sorry about that.
Need a bigger wastegate.
When your wastegate is the size of your turbo. Yeah, it's a tile 60. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's too big. Whatever. Don't care. So,
A major thing for us is on this setup is going to be control, because everything is so small or efficient. So for that, we wanted to make sure we had plenty of control.
yeah, so we just like, you know, like we kind of stated, and it's going to sound very repetitive, but we're doing the whole thing completely different than most anybody else. So yeah, we're running a 60 gate. The intercooler piping is going to be 2 1/4. So, and yes, we know about that. But
Yeah, we got a deal on it.
there's a deal on it. Yeah. So why do we go with such a big wastegate? Like Kareem was saying, it's gonna the whole thing's gonna be about control for us, and we would rather have more control, because I know that the comments are gonna be, oh, run such a big wastegate, then it's not gonna be sized properly, and yada 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 yada. How fast that fucking turbo spools? No, we're not worried about lag at all. Like I said, what we are worried about is just we don't want any boost creep. We want 10 psi, 10 psi.
Cool.
So, you know, with that, if that's open, I mean, it's gonna be a bypass. I mean, that's exactly what it's supposed to be, and that's what it will be. So, it will sound completely different, but we shall see. So, these are all. I don't want to say it's an experiment because we know what's gonna kind of happen with that. But I mean, I guess you could say it's an experiment. But yeah, we know it's gonna be fine. But in the off chance it's not, it's on camera, and then we'll just say, yeah, don't do a fucking 60 with it. But we'll need a 60 later on anyway for when.
It gets turned up to 11.
There you go. So yeah, it's so kind of what I'm looking at right now with it is that since we do have such a large gate, that with that, I mean, it's not optimal, but it's still gonna be, I think, with such a large gate, you're gonna have the bypass where it's gonna kind of maybe overturn a little bit. Because I mean, ideally, because we could cut the flange off. Because we could cut the flange off and do it like that. The other donkey.
So on this one, what is this from again?
That's from a WRC car. Well, not WRC. It's a Subaru Rallycross header, and it's got so you've got the EGTs and back pressure gauges. That's what the two fittings are, and then you've got the fresh air circulation valve is the one that's coming off to the side, and then the one that looks like a little dick is the wastegate. But that was the priority, is wastegate. So.
Yeah. So what we're doing is just looking at all our extra crap around here to figure out. Is that the wastegate one?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I almost think it'd be fitting to use this one though.
The one that got run over and spit out.
Yeah, but it didn't. Fuck up this. It didn't fuck up the Inco.
No.
Even though it is thin wall shit though, because it's pointless. Whatever.
It's not titanium, bro.
No.
I'm just saying it because you know somebody's saying it right now.
Bro, if you would use titanium, you wouldn't have these problems.
I don't know what fucking problems I'm having, but. Ooh, I think this is also the up pipe too. Let me double check.
Probably the same.
So this is gonna make no sense to so many people. It makes sense to me. You can count on me to pleasure myself. I really want to start wearing a turtleneck while I do this, because then everybody will know that I'm for real. Steve Jobs. Okay, that's a motherfucker.
Anyway.
Probably.
That's what it's on.
Yeah, so we can run this, so it's got an inner lip for, like, didn't we have something else between that? Yeah, so what I'll just do is
Is that? Same thing.
yeah, so it's on the outside of it because that's measuring to really 2 3/4, or just, God, yeah. I keep saying 3/4. 2 3/8. So what I'll do instead is I'll just weld it to, instead of sitting inside the lip, I'll just weld it straight to the flange. So what we'll probably do is just grind, take that, put it on the sander,
Yep.
and then
Let's bring it down to the
bring
same
it
height.
down to the same height. And then that's that. But, which is weird that they're running a different size for that to that.
Huh.
Because it's I mean, that sits perfect. That's tilted. I mean, realistically, you could just weld it and not worry even about shaving it down. You might just do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, but look, that'd make a sweet up pipe for fucking wastegate coming out the hood.
Tire marks on it.
The tire marks on it.
I caught that.
I don't care. Something. Woo. It's two-step.
I guess you're gonna know all about that soon.
Why? Our turbo spool's fine.
Yeah, no, it's just completely unnecessary.
My fucking Instagram's following up.
You're not Insta famous?
No.
I still can't believe that guy said that, man. I'm kinda Insta famous.
You should have been like, if you're telling me, I don't think that's how it works.
Just saying. If you like penis a lotta.
Sealed your pina colada. Fancy picks up still spread. And it's 2 times more absorbent than a leading ordinary brand.
I should probably clean that table off one day.
One day.
I mean, I did like a couple weeks ago. It's just like,
You were like, fucking.
it's like I can't find anything. It's all where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. We'll have the tools all put back.
Still want to cut those out? I think we're gonna have to.
You can count on me to pleasure myself.
I just do it like this. Looks like you're jerking. It showed like the upper part of your arm. Yeah.
That one's done. We actually might be able to use that. That's what I was thinking. For something.
Bend your strut tower.
Giggity.
That's what everybody does. When I get near E30 with a swap in the turbo.
Start breathing heavy. Just
Next shot outside smoking a cigarette.
you can't smoke cigarettes anymore. It's not something. I don't know.
Manly. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. I said it.
I'll just insert Dave Chappelle saying it. You can't get in trouble for that. In fabricating, there's a lot of standing around and pondering.
Just jerking off.
What the hell is that for?
And the funny part is I'll show you the trick when I get to it. Not that one. You clock. Need more heat. 200.
Not 10 amps, 75 amps more.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
That's the pedal store.
Boom. See, told you. Melting away in Margaritaville.
There you go.
Looking for my lost welding rod.
$275.
Yeah, it doesn't go that high. Some people say it's a MIG welder to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Ta-da! It's a masterpiece of fuckery. So it's like,
Oh no, can't do anything.
because you're like, oh, you're burning up that flange, so you've got that thickness, right? So I say, since we had the same flange, and we got the little step offs.
Ah.
So we got the same deal. And then now
Sorry?
you get that deal.
Oh, shit.
But it won't be like that because it'll be back here, and then it'll kind of come like this, and then that one will come like that, and then it'll kind of just doing those movements. See now?
Looks like you're giving a bunch of hand jobs. Just saying.
So then that will be that.
Awesome.
And then I'll just weld them up individually, and then what I'll do is tack it all on the good flange, and then go from there. And you're not gonna be able to hear shit as well.
bet that wasn't even in shot.
So,
Alright, so what are we doing today?
fuckery.
Yes.
So we're making the collector for the turbo setup. We're starting to make the collector for it. And I don't know, Kareem got scared, so he said he wanted to film it.
So what is that material?
It's Incano. So it's 625. It is inch and 5/8. That's what we're using. And we're using a 30-degree collector bend
Sweet.
versus a lot of guys use like a 20 or a 15. Most turbo guys use a 20. Well, it depends, because like the schedule guys just fucking ram them in there and have them. So,
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm just gonna I marked it out for everything, and so it's your center line and everything like that. And then I just cut it out on the chop saw. What? Why do you act that? You didn't. You should have filmed you because you just were like
Put safety glasses on and let the fuckery begin.
It's not bad. It's only bad if you don't know what you're doing. So it's always bad. So
don't try this at home.
yeah, don't do it. So I just hold it in there and then just make the cut. It's not noisy. So usually I do this with like a mark out, so it's actually scribed on there, but we don't have a height gauge, so just a piece of paper and then some Sharpie, but we can always put the paper on there. So yeah, I just kind of just hit that, and then I'll hit the other side, and then I'll cut the center out, and then I already did one. And then I just go in and sand it up and clean it up. So that's your base. I'm not too worried about that point exactly because it's going to get bigger because it's going to get cut down because of the size of the tube. So, but that's the gist of it, and you just have to repeat it 4 times. It gets sketchier when you have to do it off of a piece. So like that side's not bad. And like this side is a little bit, can be. So just put it up against that backboard, hold it. I try and get it as close without going too hard to it, and then just come in and cut the center out. So that seems like it's always the easiest, but it can bite you really quickly. So what I do is I start back farther because so then I don't cut over. So I back farther, and you saw probably on that like I backed up so that it was kind of going like that. But and then I just come in here. Do this. a really rough merge collector. So, and then I'll cut obviously the legs and everything down, but it's the start.
Cool.
So, and then as you see there, I mean, it's tilting in and everything, but that's, like I said, that's just because it's all rough and I haven't laid everything out yet. But,
Yeah.
but that's it. So, voila. And the reason why we're doing a 30 versus a 25 is it's got a little bit more room. So that was 25, and then we went to 30s on that, and then when you went to 30s, we saw a gain. So
Here we go.
that's the reason. So I'm gonna keep going on this. Top secret.